Sonic Ox here. I hope you and your families are all doing well. Today is Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. So the goal today with the OX7 was to take a flight on the goggles over into the state land there that you see coming up. This is about due east of my property. So I set up and got on the goggles, and they're crummy old goggles, but the view wasn't too bad, so I sat in a folding chair and headed east. But almost immediately the video feed broke up and was nothing but snow. I don't know if my VTX was set on pit mode and I was only getting 25 milliwatts of power out of it, or if I was just getting interference from my neighbor's house or something. But right now I've already absolutely nothing on the goggles, and again, they're so old that I can't record that feed, so I can't show you what I'm actually seeing right now. But so nothing, I could see nothing. So I took the goggles off to see if I could see the quad line of sight, and I couldn't. And I couldn't hear it. So I thought the best thing to do would be to gain some altitude and see if I could see it line of sight, or in case I could get a video link back by going high. Didn't work. I got little flickers of video where I could see that I wasn't crashed, I wasn't on the ground, but that's about all I could tell. So I went even higher to see if I could get a video link back. Couldn't do it. So I decided, I couldn't see it, I couldn't hear it. I didn't think it was on the ground, so I thought that'd be a good time to test the return to home. So I switched over to position hold first, and still couldn't see it or hear it, so I did some yaw to see if I could change the configuration of the antennas or something. Still couldn't see it, still couldn't hear it. So I went ahead and pressed the return to home and waited. So these were pretty tense moments. I think what you're seeing on the screen now is still the yaw and moving a little bit location, trying to reestablish the video link. Never did. So, like I said, I took a deep breath, hit the return to home, and scanned the sky with eyes and ears open. Still couldn't see it at this point, but I think I could probably hear it at this point. And again, I'm looking at the onboard camera. I've got the goggles with me, but I'm just walking around the yard seeing if I can see anything. So this right here might be about where I hit the return to home, because the quad is set up to backtrack. I think I've got it set up where it should go like 100 feet in the air, and then come back, return to home. I have it set high like that, just in case I'm flying in a wooded area, or I don't want to run into anybody's property or anything. So I'm up there. Still can't see anything on the video feed. That's why I think it might be in pit mode. This is the SpeedyB TX800 video transmitter, and it has settings for pit mode, which is like 25 milliwatts, and then I think a 200, a 400, and an 800 output settings. And I've been reading about it since this incident. I was reading, and a lot of people are having trouble where it, when you power down, when you unplug your quad, the VTX goes back into pit mode by default. And I think that's probably what happened here, and I just almost immediately had no video feed. So I'm gonna work on. I think there's an area in INAV where you can assign your output power for your VTX to a switch. And I may do it to the potentiometer on my controller. That way I can just dial up the output power of the VTX on the fly. That pit mode is nice when you're on the bench, but man, it goes away in a hurry this way, and I didn't realize. So anyway, I'm going to do some experimenting with the VTX, but by this point I can already hear and even see the quad, and it's doing return to home all on its own. And since it didn't look like it was going to hit anything, I went ahead and let it land, and it landed about maybe 6 feet to the left or to the north of where it took off from. So that was great. Good test for the return to home. So that's it for me. Exciting day on the flight line, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ox out.